Hello students, welcome to Educate. Today we are going to continue with equations in a straight line. So in previous lecture we have studied how to get velocity and acceleration from equation like suppose you are given x equal to suppose 4t cube plus 3t square plus 60 plus 9. Here displacement is dependent on time, so we find dx upon dt, which is velocity. So we differentiate it. If you remember, I told you that d upon dx of x power n is nx n minus 1. In same way, here if you differentiate d upon dt of t power n, you will get nt n minus 1. The same thing will happen over here. So here this is 4, so 4 will remain as it is. This will become 3t square, and this is 3 into 2t plus 6. So this is velocity. Here suppose time is given, say t equal to 1 second, so we can calculate the velocity at that moment, but I'm not going to put that value over here. Let's evaluate it further. So here we find dv upon dt, and dv upon dt is acceleration. So we again differentiate the same thing. So this will become 12 into 2t, and this will become, this t will give differentiation 1, so we will get 6. Now we can put t equal to 1 here. In place of t here we write 1, 1. Then we will get velocity at t equal to 1 second. Similarly, if we put t equal to 1 over here, we will get acceleration. So this is how we can get velocity and acceleration by using concept of differentiation. In physics, everywhere we will make use of this concept, even in waves or any other topic in which velocity term will be used. Now let's take another question. You are given t equal to root x plus 3. Here x is displacement, t is time, and we have to find out displacement when velocity is 0. So here given v equal to 0, x equal to question mark. How to solve this question? So in order to get velocity, we have to find out dx by dt. So for that, we write root x equal to, this 3 will be shifted to LHS, t minus 3. Now we can square it. It will give x equal to t minus 3 whole square, which gives t square minus 6t plus 9. Now we find velocity, that is dx upon dt, which is velocity. So this will give 2t, and this t will become 1, so 6. In our question, it is given that velocity is 0. So we can put v equal to 0. So when we put v equal to 0, this gives 2t minus 6 equal to 0, from where we get t equal to 3 seconds. Now we have to find out displacement when t equal to 3 seconds. So if we put here t equal to 3, so 3 equals root x plus 3, this 3 will cancel out, so 0 equal to root x, which gives x equal to 0. It means displacement will be 0 when velocity becomes 0. Now we are going to consider another thing. Here we are given x equal to alpha plus beta t plus gamma t square. We have to find out velocity and acceleration when t equal to 2 seconds. So here we find dx upon dt. So dx upon dt, alpha is constant, so its differentiation will become 0. Differentiation of t will be 1, so we will get beta, and differentiation of t square will become 2t, so 2 gamma t. This is velocity. And now suppose we want to find out acceleration. So a is dv upon dt. So we again differentiate this. So this becomes beta, beta is constant, so it will become 0. So only differentiation of t will be there, that becomes 1. So we will get 2 gamma. Now we are given time t equal to 2 seconds. So in order to get velocity, we can put t equal to 2. So we will get beta plus 4 gamma. And here if we put t equal to 2, so it will remain 2 gamma because it is independent of time. I think you have understood. Now let's see another concept. So we are going to study concept of integration. This is simple. Suppose we are given x power n dx. So this will give x power n plus 1 divided by n plus 1 plus c, where c is integration constant and it is necessary unless there is limit here. This is indefinite integral. Now let's see some questions. But here there is one limitation that I will tell. N cannot be minus 1, because if you put n equal to minus 1, then this denominator will become 0. Hence result will be indefinite, means infinite. So we will deal with this situation when n equal to minus 1, then what happens we will see. But before that, let's analyze for other values of n. Suppose you are given x power 4 dx. So you can write it as x power 5 upon 5 plus c. It's simple. Power is increased by 1 and by same power we divide it. Take another question. Suppose x power minus 3 dx you are given. So here what you have to do, you will increase the power by 1. So this will become x power minus 2, because minus 3 plus 1 will become minus 2 divided by minus 2 plus c. You can further simplify it. Since power is negative, you can write it in denominator as positive power, but it's okay. Consider another question. Suppose integration x power 3 by 2 dx. So it is again simple. What you do, just write x power 5 by 2 divided by 5 by 2 plus c. You can rearrange it. So I'm leaving it for you. Suppose we take some trigonometric functions like integration sine x dx. This will give minus cos x plus c. Similarly, integration cos x dx will give sine x plus c. Integration tan x dx will give log sec x plus c. Similarly, other trigonometric ratios can be integrated. Now we will see the situation when n becomes minus 1, then what change needs to be incorporated in the formula of integration x power n dx. Now, integration x power n dx becomes log x plus c when n equal to minus 1. So we can say integration dx upon x is log x plus c. Now there is another question. What is this term log? Log is short form of logarithm. Let's see, there are two types of log. Log base 10x and log base ex. Here this is exponential term. E power x is expanded as 1 plus x square upon factorial 2 plus x cube upon factorial 3 and so on. Now, if we put x equal to 1, what do we get? We will get value of e, that will be 1 plus 1 plus 1 upon factorial 2, 1 upon factorial 3 and so on. If we evaluate it, although this is in finite series, so exact value can't be obtained, but it will be around 2.72. We will see in mathematics how to get it by using geometric progression. Here, our concern is to make you aware about the basic facts, so I'm not going in detail. Now, how are these two related? So, here, if we write log base 10x, so it will be just 10 divided by e. 10 divided by value of e 2.72 and log of, sorry, I've written just opposite. Here, this is log of x equal to this times log of 10x. So in various places you will get this relation. Here 3 point something will be used by dividing whatever value you are getting, that you can write. So this is how the two are related, and you will get a log table from where you can put these values. So generally log table is based on log base 10. So we will study about it. So we have seen how to do basic integration. Suppose you are given x power minus 7x dx. What will be your answer? You will write x power minus 6 upon minus 6 plus c. You have understood? Integration sin x you have seen. It becomes minus cos x. There is no problem. Plus c. But suppose here in place of x we write some other functions. Let's write it as sine 4x dx. Then what change will be there? So here sine will become cos. So cos of 4x with negative sign, and then we divide by this same number 4 plus c. Later on I will tell you how to get why this is happening, but at this moment what you have to do, you have to just memorize, just you understand the process. So sine of say 8x dx. The same thing will happen here. It will become minus cos 8x divided by x plus c. Similarly for any other function, suppose you take cos of ax dx. As I told you, cos x dx integration gives sin x. The same will happen here. This will become sin ax divided by a plus c. Example, suppose you are given cos 5x dx. In that case, it will become sin 5x divided by 5 plus c. So it is simple. Now we are going to see the concept of definite integral. When we apply the concept of definite integral, in that case we must not write the constant after integration. Let's see how. In case of definite integral, there will be limits. Like suppose we write here 2, this is 3. So 2 is lower limit, 3 is upper limit. Suppose you are given x power 4 dx. In this case, what you have to do is just integrate by the same method, x power 5 divided by 5, but you will not write c. In place of C, you don't have to write anything, just you put here limits. Now, what do we do with the limits? We put this limit here in place of x first, and then minus, we put 2, and then again we evaluate. Like this will become 3 power 5 upon 5 minus 2 power 5 upon 5. And then you can easily evaluate what will it become. Take another question. Suppose you are given 0 to 1 e power 4x dx. As you know, integration of e power x dx gives e power x. If there is some number, suppose e power ax dx, so it will become e power ax divided by a plus c if there is no limit. So here there is limit, so this will become e power 4x divided by 4, and then limits are there 0 to 1. So in place of x we write 1, so we get e power 4 upon 4 minus e power 0 upon 4. So this will give 1 upon 4 e power 4 minus 1. I think you have understood. We can take some more questions to deepen your knowledge. Here, there may be question in your mind why I am teaching mathematics. You know, mathematics is backbone of physics. Without mathematics, you can't do physics. So it is essential to understand the basics of mathematics so that you can speed up while doing questions of physics. Now let's take another function, suppose 0 to pi by 2 sine x dx. So you know that integration of sine x becomes minus cos x. We put the limits, we keep minus sign outside, 0 to pi by 2. So what will it become? Minus of cos pi by 2 minus cos 0. So this will become minus cos pi by 2 is 0 minus 1. So this will give 1. We can take another question. Suppose we are given say pi by 6 to pi by 2, and question is say we have taken sine x. Again let's take sine x dx. We can write another function also. So sine x gives minus cos x, then limits pi by 6 to pi by 2. So this will become minus cos pi by 2 minus cos pi by 6. Then we can put the values. If you remember, cos pi by 2 means 0 minus cos pi by 6. It is root 3 by 2. So this will give root 3 by 2. It is simple. You can take any other question with the limit and you can easily get. So this is just basic, which will be helpful while doing some problems based on physics. So now we are going to consider the equations of motion, how to derive them. So basic methods that you have studied in lower level, like suppose this is time axis, this is velocity axis. Here suppose velocity is u, at this time velocity becomes v. So graph is suppose like this. So what do? We find the slope. Change in velocity, this is velocity v, this is u, so change will be equal to v minus u, and suppose this is time t, so this angle is theta. We can find acceleration, so acceleration is given by change in velocity divided by time. So here change in time we can take, so v minus u divided by t, from where what do we get? We cross multiply, so we get v minus u equal to at, or v equal to u plus at. If you remember, this is first equation of motion. Now let's consider second equation of motion. So here area under vt graph will give distance traveled. So s equal to area if you find, so it's simple here, area of trapezium. If you remember how to find area of trapezium, half height into sum of two parallel sides. So height will be taken as t, so let's write t here, and then sum of parallel sides. Up to here this is u and this total is v, so u plus v. Now do one thing, you can put the value of v, this u plus at, so 1 by 2 t times u plus at. So this will become 1 by 2 t and this 2u plus at. Now open the bracket. So here 2 will cancel out, you will get ut, and here 1 by 2 will get multiplied 1 by 2 at square. This is second equation of motion. If you remember, s equal to ut plus half at square. Now let's try to get third equation of motion. So for this we write s equal to the same equation, we can take 1 by 2 t times here u plus v. Value of v will remain same, but what do? We put the value of t in terms of u and v. So t will be v minus u divided by a. This value we can put here. So this will become 1 by 2. In place of t, we write v minus u divided by a times v plus u. So this will become 1 by 2a times v square minus u square. In LHS, there is s. So this will become v square minus u square equal to 2as. So this is third equation of motion. There is another equation of motion, that is fourth equation of motion, and we can derive that also. So let's see how to derive it. In lower classes we have studied that only 3 equations of motion are there. Here fourth equation of motion will also be there. So let's derive it. So for this we consider second equation of motion and we change the concept of time here. So s equal to ut plus half at square. Now we take once t as n and then second time t as n minus 1, and corresponding distances we denote as Sn and Sn minus 1. Then we find the difference. Snth, distance traveled in Snth, is Sn minus 1. So this is the concept that we are going to make use. So let's write it as Sn. So in place of t, we are going to write n. So un plus half an square, and Sn minus 1, when t is replaced by n minus 1, we get un minus 1 plus half a n minus 1 square. Now Snth, distance traveled in nth second, which is difference of these two? So Sn minus Sn minus 1, and that gives, you can write un plus half an square minus, if you open the bracket, you will get un plus u, and then since we are subtracting, so there will be negative sign here, 1 by 2a, then bracket n square minus 2n plus 1, and then we open the bracket and we cancel it. So if you observe, un will cancel out, and this term will also get cancelled. So here I am cancelling this, and 1 by 2 a n square plus this is u, that is okay. Now from here 1 by 2 a n square, then this minus sign will make it plus 1 by 2 a into 2n minus 1 by 2 a. Correct? Now these two terms will cancel out, and this will also get cancelled, 2 will get cancelled, or if you don't cancel, then what do you get? So here this will become u plus 1 by 2a. If we take outside, then 2n minus 1 will be left. So we can say s nth is equal to this much. So this is fourth equation of motion. I think you have understood. We will do numericals based on these questions in next video, but here our concern is to teach you the basic derivations. Now the same thing, the same equations of motion I'm going to derive by using calculus method. Calculus means differentiation and integration. Now let's see. You know, acceleration is change in velocity v minus u divided by t minus 0 when time starts from 0. This can also be written as a equal to dv upon dt. So we can start from here. This is just for your understanding. Now what do? We write dv equal to a dt. Velocity changes from u to v, so we can integrate it within limits u to v dv is equal to time changes from 0 to t or a dt. This will become dv. Integration dx gives x, integration dm gives m, integration dt gives t, like this. So here integration dv will give v, and then u to v equals a, this will become t limits 0 to t. Now we put the values. So here upper limit minus lower limit, so this will become v minus u, and this will give a and t, because this limit will give it 0. So we have got v minus u equal to at or v equal to u plus at. So we have got first equation of motion by using calculus. Now we are going to see second equation of motion. So we start from here. V velocity equal to ds or dx upon dt. So v equal to dx upon dt, or dx equal to v dt. We can put the value of v from here, v equal to u plus at. So this gives v, sorry, we can write dx by dt because our concern is to get x. So dx upon dt equal to u plus at and then dt. Now, sorry, here I have written dt additionally, so just write dx. Now we can integrate it. Here distance changes from 0 to s. So 0 to s dx is equal to integration, time changes from 0 to t, so 0 to t and u plus at and dt. It is simple. So what do? Here this will become x 0 to s, then u will become, here we can say this is ut integration. I have broken the integration in two parts. So sorry, here there is no t, only dt will be there. So integration u dt limits 0 to t and plus integration at dt limits 0 to t. All right. So here this is x, limits we put 0 to s. So this will give, first we put s in place of x, so we will get s equals, here in RHS integration dt gives t, so u and the t, and we write the limits 0 to t, and then here this will become t square by 2, because if you remember x power n dx gives x power n plus 1 divided by n plus 1, right? So here this will become 1 by 2 a t square, limits 0 to t. So after putting the limits here, you will get same thing, because if we would put t equal to 0, we will get nothing. So ut plus half at square. So this is second equation of motion. Now we are going to see third equation of motion. So we know acceleration A equal to dv upon dt. We can introduce dx here. So for that we write dv upon dx into dx by dt. And we know that dx by dt is velocity, so we can further write as A equals dv upon dx times velocity. V and dv we can keep in one side, v dv, sorry. So v dv is equal to A dx, and we integrate it within limits. Velocity changes from u to v. V dv is equal to distance changes from 0 to s, A dx. So as per rule, you know integration x power n dx gives x power n plus 1 upon n plus 1. The same rule applies here, so this will become v square upon 2. Limits u to v equal to a. Integration dx will give x only, and limits 0 to s. We simplify. First we put v, so it will remain v square by 2. Then we put u, so this will become u square by 2 equal to, this will become as. Now we can multiply by 2 to each term, so we will get v square minus u square equal to 2as, which is third equation of motion. Now we are going to derive fourth equation of motion, that is distance traveled in nth second. As we have seen that it is the difference of distance traveled in nth second, in n second and then n minus 1 second. So here what do? We put the limits. So we know that velocity equal to dx upon dt, or dx equal to v dt. Now what do? In place of v, we can write u plus at from first equation of motion. So dx equal to u plus at and dt. Now we can integrate it. So here this is dx and this is integration. Here time, we have to keep the time, as I told you when we started it, that Sn is equal to Sn minus 1. So time we can write from n minus 1 to n second, and this is u plus at dt. Here distance is changing from Sn minus 1 to Sn. Let's proceed. So if you remember, as I told you that integration of dx gives x, so this will become x, and limits is Sn minus 1 to Sn equals, here integration of u dt will give ut. So ut limits n minus 1 and n plus, in second term here integration of at dt will give at square by 2. So at square by 2 and limits n minus 1 to n. So here when we replace x by Sn, we will get Sn and then Sn minus 1. So this will give Snth. We can denote it as Snth. Now this is Snth, and then we can evaluate it. So this will become, in place of t, we are going to write n then n minus 1. So u n minus 1. So here n will cancel out and plus 1 will be left. Here we can keep 1 by 2 a outside, then in place of t we write n, so n square, sorry, this is n square minus n minus 1 square. We further simplify the same thing. So S nth will be equal to un, as I told you, when we open the bracket, n will cancel out, so just u will be left. Here 1 by 2 a, then inside the bracket n square minus, if we open this bracket, n square plus 2n minus 1. Why? This will give n square minus 2n plus 1. Because of this negative sign, all signs will get changed. So n square will cancel out. So we have got u plus a by 2 2n minus 1. So this is fourth equation of motion. Now let's see some numericals. You are given u equal to 0, t equal to 25 second, v 180 kilometer per hour, and you have to find out distance traveled. S is to be found. So which formula you will use here? So either you can apply formula v equal to u plus at, and then you get acceleration, then you can proceed further. So it will be better. But one thing, here v is given in unit of kilometer per hour, so you have to convert it into meter per second. So if you remember, to convert kilometer per hour into meter per second, we can multiply by 5 by 18, and 18 10 times, so we will get 50 meter per second. So it has become simple. This is 50, this is 0, acceleration is to be found, and time is given as 25. So from here we get a equal to 2 meter per second square. So we have got the value of a. Now in order to find distance, we have many options. Either we can apply v square equal to u square plus 2as, or s equal to ut plus half at square. So velocity square, velocity is 50, so this is 50 square equal to u is 0, so leave it here as it is, and 2a, a we have got as 2 into s. So s will be equal to 2500 divided by 4. This gives 625 meter. I think you have understood. Take another question. Another question is, a bullet penetrating a tree trunk comes to rest in 0.4 meter. Suppose this is tree trunk in which bullet with a certain velocity enters, and it comes to rest after covering 0.4 meter. Here velocity becomes 0. In our question, u is given as 16 meter per second, final velocity v is 0, s is given as 0.4 meter. We have to find out what is time. So first of all, we have to get acceleration by using formula v square equal to u square plus 2as, and after that we will apply v equal to u plus at, and we will get value of t. So v square, that is 0, equal to 16 square plus 2 times a into s is 0.4. So this gives minus 16 into 16 equals, this will become 0.8 a. You can further simplify. So a equal to minus 16 into 16 divided by 0.8. So do one thing, multiply by 10, multiply by 10. So this will become 8. And then this will cancel it twice. So this will become minus 320 meter per second square. So we have got the value of acceleration with a negative sign, and you know that when acceleration has a negative sign, it means it is retardation. Now just use v equal to u plus at to get time. So v is 0, u is given as 16, and a is given as 320 with a negative sign into time. Our concern is to get t, so t will be equal to 16 divided by 320. So 16 divided by 320 will give 1 by 20 or 100 by 20 into 10 to the power minus 2. So 5 into 10 to the power minus 2, or 0.05 second. So that is our answer. Now let's take some more question. Okay, a body covers 10 meter in second, 10 meter in second, and 25 meter in fifth second. And motion is uniformly accelerated. We have to find out the distance in a seventh second. Distance traveled in seventh second. So if you remember, distance traveled in nth second, s nth is given as u plus a by 2, 2n minus 1. So here in a second, SN, here distance is 10, so we can write 10 equals u plus a by 2, and here n is 2, so this will become 3. So you can say that it is u plus 3 by 2 a equal to 10. Suppose this is equation number 1. Now 25 meter in fifth second. So here 25 equal to u plus a by 2, and fifth second is 10 minus 1. This is 9. This gives u plus 9 by 2 a equal to 25. We can subtract these two equations. So this will become minus, this will become minus, this will become minus. These two will get cancelled. So a common, 3 by 2 minus 9 by 2 equals minus 15. Clear? Now this will become minus 6 by 2, that is minus 3. So minus 3a equal to minus 15. So this gives a equal to 5 meter per second square. We have got the value of a. Now from any equation, suppose we take this, we can get value of u. So u plus 3 by 2 times a is 5, is equal to 10. So u equal to 10 minus 15 by 2. So this is 5 by 2 meter per second. Now what is our purpose? Distance in 7 seconds is to be found. So S seventh is equal to u plus a by 2, 2a, 2 into 7 minus 1 is to be evaluated. So u is 5 by 2 plus a is 5. So we can write 5 by 2. Then this is 14 minus 1, 13. So this will be S seventh. Evaluation you can do. That is over. Now let's see next question based on this concept. Okay, a body covers 12 meter in second and 20 meter in fourth second. 12 meter in second and 20 meter in fourth second. How much distance will it cover in 4 second after 5th second? Question is how much distance will it cover in 4 second after 5th second? Here the concept is simple. This is 5th second and 4 second more. So we will reach 9 second. So we can say S9 distance traveled in 9 second minus S9 minus S5 will be the required answer. So for this purpose, let's proceed with given information and we have to find out value of a and u, and after that we will apply formula S equal to ut plus half at square to get these two distances. So let's see. We can write formula S nth, you know, it is u plus a by 2, 2n minus 1. So here 12 equal to u plus a by 2, and this is second, so this will become 3. Similarly, this is 4 second, so this will become 20 equal to u plus a by 2, and this is 4 second, so 4 to the 8, so this is 7. Now do one thing, just subtract it, minus minus minus. So this will become minus 8 equal to, these two terms will get cancelled, and here this will become 3 by 2 minus 7 by 2 times a. So minus 8 equal to minus 4 by 2, that is minus 2a, which gives a equal to 4 meter per second square. We have got the value of a. We can write it here. So 12 equals u plus a is 4, 4 into 3 divided by 2, 2 to the, so this is 6. So u equal to 6 meter per second. So we have got the values of a and u. Our concern is to get S9. So S equal to ut plus half at square. So S9 we can find by putting t equal to 9 and values of u and a. So u is here 6 times 9 plus 1 by 2 a is 4 into time 9 square. I'm not evaluating, that is your task. And then S5 means We are going to put t equal to 5 and u equal to 6. So 6 into 5 plus 1 by 2, acceleration is 4 times 5 square. Now, what is left? Our concern was to get S9 minus S5. So, what do? We have got the equations or the values for S9 and S5. We can find the difference. And if you evaluate, so that will come out to be 136 meter. That is our answer. Thank you, team education.